Time for part 2 of 4-Minute Folklore, Ghosts of the Isle of Wight. Regarded as the most haunted and paranormally active part of the island, Knighton Gorge's Manor has many ghosts, apparitions, evil spirits, even monsters. The two most famous ghosts, though, are Hugh de Morville and Sir Tristram Killington, MP for Newport. Hugh de Morville is famous for being one of the killers of St Thomas Beckett. He's been seen walking a labyrinth maze with his own sword in his back as penance for his sin. Sir Tristram, who committed suicide after the death of his wife and taking to drink and gambling, is said to be seen on the anniversary of his death on the 7th of July every year, sometimes riding a horse, sometimes walking, but always with his head lolling about because of his broken neck. Next, we're on to the ghosts of Francheville. This Francheville is now called Newtown. The ghosts that are reported here may not be famous individually, however, collectively they are very well known. The story of the Pied Piper of Hamelin is well known and has been discussed in a previous 4-Minute Folklore. The story is based on an older story based around the town of Francheville. It has been reported that on certain nights, when the air is thick with humidity and the mist comes in from the water, the stolen children can be heard dancing and singing in the streets as they are taken off to their doom. When people look outside, they see no sign of them. Jumping along to Dambulla Lodge in Freshwater. It's said to be haunted by the formidable ghost of Julia Margaret, who was a pioneer in the new field of photography in the Victorian period. People have seen her pale spirit in silk taffeta gown walking and inspecting the work of the house as it is now a photographic museum. Now we're off to Quarr Abbey. So several famous ghosts and weird happenings have been reported there over the years, mostly centered around the old abbey. Baldwin de Redvers, the first Earl of Devon and the fourth Lord of the Isle of Wight, has been reported as seen walking around the ruins, lamenting the destruction of the abbey that he founded in 1132. Cecily of York, daughter of King Edward the Fourth, and godmother of Henry VIII has also been seen haunting the ruins and where her remains were placed and interred. She's been reported to be furious at the destruction of the abbey and waking up from her slumber. One can only imagine what she'd do if she ever caught her godson after the destruction of the abbey. And lastly, it has been said that the Feast of Fools used to take place at Quarr Abbey on New Year's Day, whereby, under the authority of the abbot of Misrule, the resident monks would dress as women and behave in rather ungodly manner, such as eating puddings from the altar, singing rude songs, and setting fire to shoes as a form of incense. If you're there at the right time on New Year's Eve, it is said that you can see this event in apparition form happen before your very eyes. So there we go, some ghosts, some ghostly stories, all in 4 minutes. I hope you enjoyed. Come back again.